Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, October 3rd, 2025, and we are looking at the economic calendar. Today is non-farm payrolls Friday. Let's see what's going on. So obviously Asian session was not that much busy. Job application ratio and bank services PMI data from Japan, mixed bag of data. Job applications ratio almost at the same level. Services PMI busy expectations of 53 with 53.3 points. Services PMI in Russia down from 50 to 47. CPI in Turkey is scheduled for release at 9 o'clock, and in the early hours of the London trading we got the data releases in form of the services PMI from the Eurozone. At 10 o'clock we got the Eurozone composite PMI and services PMI data scheduled for release, and then at 10:30 we got composite and services PMI data scheduled for release from the UK. FOMC member Williams will give a speech 5 past noon. Then we got the data, major event of the day, the data from the US, non-farm payrolls, average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. All of this data are scheduled for release at 2:30, and the non-farm payrolls are expected to increase from 22,000 to 51,000. Please be focused, stay vigilant, because this is very important data release. Market might get violated. Bank of England Governor Bailey will give a speech 20 past 3 o'clock, and then we got the data from the US scheduled for release again. Composite and services PMI scheduled for release at 1:45 4 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock we got the non-manufacturing PMI data scheduled for release. Factory orders are scheduled for release at 5 o'clock. At 7 o'clock we got Barker Hughes oil recount, the total recount, and that's about it for today. So very busy US session. Stay focused, stay vigilant. Let's take a look at the charts. Euro dollar for our time frame chart rally has been capped at the level of 1.1779. The market keeps moving lower, broke below the intraday technical resistance, support at 1.1719. So right now I'm moving this level here at the yesterday's low at 1.1684, so 1.1684, and this is the level. So 100 periods moving average is still the major dynamic technical resistance, and from the upside the level is 1.1779 as the intraday technical resistance and yesterday high. The outlook remains bearish. The market is waiting for the US data. British pound, the same situation. For our time frame chart is showing us movement to the downside in 3 waves. Intraday technical support is the yesterday low 1.34, and the technical resistance is still located at the same level, this is 1.3522. So let's remove this one. This one is not being respected anymore. So this is how the British pound looks right now. The outlook remains bearish. Momentum is now decreasing. We are below the level of 50 right now, 45 points only. So we will see how this will turn out. US dollar versus the Japanese yen hits the extremely oversold conditions, roughly around the level of 146.60, tested at least twice. So this demand zone was set spot on, and then we have bullish engulfing pattern, another test, bullish engulfing pattern, and up we go towards 100 periods moving average, located at 147.83. So this is the temporary dynamic technical resistance, and the market will now wait for the US data. So we are back inside of the range, we are back inside in the middle of the range, so we are waiting for the data. Momentum exactly 50 points, so neutral market conditions. However, we might stay inside of this range. It all depends how the market will react on the data from the USA non-farm payrolls. US dollar index is right now little bit higher than it was before. Okay, let me do it this way. All right, and now this level has not been respected whatsoever. Nevertheless, we got this low here, 97.43. So that will be the technical support. The range is now from the 96.19, so this is the range low and technical support, and the locations roughly around 98.60 and higher is the supply zone. Obviously we broke above the black trend line, then we went down to test it, and then we got the situation when the trend line is in line with the 100 periods moving average. So this range has been set quite close, and that produces a strong support. So right now neither bulls nor bears are in charge of this market, so we are waiting for the data. Obviously we got some bounce from the lows towards 98.10, and that's the intraday technical resistance, and that's the today's range. So it all depends on the data release later on. Please notice that this movement to the upside is in 3 waves only, so this is still looking corrective in nature, from the lows to the first swing high, then we got this, and then you got this. So this is ABC to the upside, and 3 waves movement is always corrective. So we will see how the market will react on this situation here. Data today later on. Gold keeps moving higher. We got a new correction or a pullback made yesterday. Let's take a look how much it was. Minus 2% basically. So another quite interesting situation here, and the gold might be topping here. And let me just place this one. There you go. And the target, the next target for the bears, eventually for the pullback, for the correction, is 3,790. So momentum is already at 55 points, and if we break below the level of 50, this will be a quite nice situation for the bears, because they will have the trigger to move, to push this market lower towards the extremely oversold conditions. And the non-farm payrolls might make this situation a little bit easier for the bears. So the trend is still up, but now it's time for the pullback. And now the one and only digital gold, which is Bitcoin. Right now we are removing our blue arrow. We are removing the supply zone. We will switch it to the demand zone, and you can see straight on we have broken definitely above the zone, and right now the market has made a local high above the level of 120,000. So let me just place this zone in here. There you go, you got the demand zone, and this demand zone might be quite interesting because there is still some kind of a level here, because if the market will fall from the extremely overbought conditions on a 4-hour time frame chart, this is the first zone when we can expect increased bullish activity. All right, this movement here looks very impulsive, and it looks like the market is trying to resume the up trend. Let me just switch to the daily time frame chart, so you can see that we are very close to the recent swing highs. And now this let me just move this chart. This blue arrow is coming here, so this blue arrow will indicate that the market is ready to move towards the swing high from the August, from the August, located at 124,517. We don't need our ABC correction labeling anymore, so I'm removing it from the chart. And this is the situation right now on the daily time frame chart. Strong momentum. There is still room to the upside before we will hit the extremely overbought conditions. There is still room to the upside before we will test the previous swing high. So it looks like the Bitcoin outlook remains bullish. So that's all of the markets that might react for the non-farm payrolls data release later on today. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. It might get very violent during the data release. Nevertheless, we got our analysis, we got plans, we got scenarios for the event. It all depends how the market will react on the data that will be released later on. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.